Joining me is Beth King and Kimberly Capretta. Welcome to the both of you.
Hi.
Thanks for having us today.
Of course, it's my pleasure. And we're here to talk about the Run for Women. So I'll put the first question here to Kimberly.
Sure.
How long has the Run for Women been going on for?
In Waterloo specifically, it's been about 10 years. The last 4 years, though, we've had the pleasure to work with CMHA Waterloo Wellington as our charity partner, like I said, for 4 years now. And yeah, we've been having a lot of fun with it.
And what day is the actual day for the Run for Women?
This year it's May 11th, which is coming up fast and furious. We're really excited, and we're just getting to that point where all our teams are going to get all their gear and get ready to go.
And so it's a day of fitness and it's a day of fundraising as well. So who does the fundraising go to? Who does it support?
It supports CMHA, Waterloo Wellington. All the funds that we raise go there directly, and it stays within our community, everything that we do. So it's very critical, in supporting the community, and that's really where all our stores are having fun with this right now, and just wrapping up a lot of our fundraising that we're doing this year.
So all the local stores are involved then?
Yes, we have 22 locations in Kitchener, Cambridge, and Waterloo, and every single one of them are working really hard every year for those funds. Yeah.
Excellent. And where's the run happening this year?
The run this year is at the Conestoga College, the Dune campus. This is our second year there. Fantastic facility and a great venue to host this at. And we love it because it gives us that opportunity to continue to grow.
Nice, nice. All right, so we'll kind of touch upon who you're running raising the funds for. And so I'll put this question to, why did my mind just do that? We met and we were chatting earlier.
It's Beth.
It's Beth, of course. It's Beth King from CMHA. So Beth, mental health, it's an ongoing issue, and especially during the pandemic. Mm-hmm. Of course, that was front and center with isolation, and then more so with women's health, intimate partner violence. So what are some of the ways that CMHA is helping in our community?
Well, CMHA Waterloo Wellington provides a full service of programs. So right from children 0 all the way up to older adults, all of the services that you would need to access for mental health can be accessed at CMHA Waterloo Wellington. But what we've seen certainly as we've come through the pandemic and with the current realities, the financial pressures, the housing crisis, the food securities, all of those things really have become layered one on another, and it really has created a different state of mental health crisis within our communities. Over the course of the pandemic, we saw a 40% increase in calls for service to support in our local community. We had thought maybe those numbers would return to more of what we had seen pre-pandemic, but the reality is they've stayed at those service levels, and so those increased service volumes continue to be present in our community, and we've also seen an increase in the complexity of the cases in our community, which takes more resources, more wraparound service, more connection to other community partners. So those complexities have also increased the needs in our community, and so being the charitable partner for the Shoppers Drug Mart Run for Women is really important to us, because the reality is the funding hasn't kept pace with the need. And so we are leaning in more and more all the time to fundraising efforts. So being the charitable partner for this event is really important to us. It helps build awareness in our community. It helps us advocate in our community for the resources and supports that are needed, and it helps raise critical dollars that stay local in this community to support women. To support women specifically.
Yes. And we touched upon the intimate partner violence. Are there any other programs that are there for women as well?
Yes, absolutely. So we, through the Run for Women, support programs that really support the needs of women locally. So we are supporting women who are struggling with disordered eating. We're supporting women who are in crisis and accessing our crisis supports through Here 24/7. And we're also supporting women who are experiencing their first episode of psychosis.
Okay, that's wonderful work that you're doing.
Thank you.
So we'll go back to the race now. So Kimberly, tell me more about how Shoppers Drug Mart is involved. What's your role in the Run for Women? And we know that this partnership has been happening for 4 years, but sort of what have these last weeks been looking like for Shoppers Drug Mart?
It's not last weeks for us.
Oh, months?
We do
Half a
this
year?
every year. Beth and so I have 3 captains that also work with me in this event. We start like literally almost the day after the event to start planning for next year and all the fundraising that we want to accomplish. And each year our goal is to continue to raise more and more funds for the community and to support CMHA. So like I said, this is our 4th year with CMHA as our partner. And you know, we, at this point right now, I think we're in our Mother's Day fundraising where we've got some painted flower pots in our stores for sale. And we've got some chocolate shoes for sale in the stores right now as well. And then shortly we're going to be doing our silent auction, which will wrap up our fundraising specifically for 2024. And then we start planning for 2025.
That's right. So like it'll be like the race will be, I keep calling it the race. I'm so competitive.
Yeah.
The run will be May 11th, and then you might take one day off, and then like May 13th, you're back to planning again.
We take a couple weeks here and there to start to slow down. But I was just telling Beth we've already started planning for 2025
yes.
already.
Well deserved.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So do either of you have a message for our viewers and how they can then help someone they know, and even if that someone is themselves, if they're looking for help, then they're struggling with their mental health at this current time, where can they go?
So it takes a lot of courage to reach out for help. And what's so important about the Run for Women is that it helps us provide the resources that are needed when they're needed. And so if you're struggling, if you know someone who's struggling, if you've got questions, if you're worried about someone, we have a phone number here at CMHA Waterloo Wellington called Here 24/7. It's a 24/7 phone line resource where anyone can call. You might be in crisis, you might be concerned about someone you know and love, you might just have questions about the system and how to access the resources and supports. This is the best place so that you can call. You're going to get somebody on the other end of the phone who can help you, who can make sure that you're connected to the right resources and supports at the right time. So Here 24/7 is the best place to start.
Very good. Thank you for that. Is registration still open?
It is. We have until May 6th to accept registration, but you don't need to just register for the run. You can also participate with donations. You can go to the Shoppers Foundation website and donate through there, or you can go to the runforwomen.ca website as well.
All right, and our producer will make sure that those websites are up for our viewers as well. And yeah, I encourage our viewers to check that out and support this great initiative. So, I mean, is it a coincidence? Is it like Canadian Mental Health Week? Is that next week?
It is.
Oh,
Actually,
wow.
Next week is Mental Health Week. The theme for this year is a kindness, a call to be kind and compassionate. And what greater way to celebrate Mental Health Week than to come out for the Run for Women on Saturday, May the 11th at Conestoga College, and join us as we celebrate the journey that we're all on together.
Absolutely. So kindness, a bit of fresh air.
Yes.
The weather will
Yeah.
cooperate.
We're praying.
Absolutely, it will. And and kindness and generosity. So thank you so much for joining me today. This was such a great conversation.
Awesome.
Thanks for
all
having
the
me.
best with your event.
Thank you.